There are 5 stages to go from social anxiety to effortless social confidence. And in this video, I'm going to talk about these 5 stages. Hey, my name is Sebastiaan. I'm a former social anxiety disorder sufferer, social confidence coach. Been coaching people to overcome their social anxiety since 2009. I'm a former social anxiety disorder sufferer myself. And I run a podcast called Social Anxiety Solutions. Now, what are these 5 stages? I'm gonna bring in the whiteboard and we'll get into it right away. All right, here we have the whiteboard. I've actually never talked about this on my YouTube channel, just inside the 30-day social confidence challenge. That's actually where you're gonna get this in more detail. But I first wanna go over these stages. Now, these stages I've been able to get to as a result of observing my own journey and guiding lots of clients and observing the people inside my social confidence club, where I guide them through these stages. So stage 0 is called build hope. When you're at stage 0, you suffer from social anxiety, you've tried a bunch of things, nothing seems to work, you're afraid, you're gonna be anxious for the rest of your life, you feel frustrated, you're worried that you're a tough case, anxiety just happens to you, you feel out of control, there's nothing you can do about it. And it's a dark place. There might be the slightest sliver of hope, but there isn't much of it. And it really seems like this is part of you. This is you. You're a socially anxious person, and this just is the way it is for you, and there's just nothing you can do about it. When you're at that stage, stage 0, you need to build hope in order to move to the next stage. Well, how do you build hope? Well, you do that in 6 steps. These 6 steps are: step 1, you gotta know what social anxiety really is. No, it's not what you think it is, usually, unless you've been following this channel for a while, you probably have a good idea of what it actually is. Step 2 is you gotta know why you're suffering with it and what emotional health is, what social ease is. Then step 3, you gotta understand how you can use tapping to overcome it completely. Step 4, you gotta experience a shift. Yeah, you gotta feel better. You gotta have some actual results. Step 5, you gotta know the 5 common reasons why people struggle to overcome their social anxiety, even with a tool like tapping. And then step 6 is you actually gotta know these 5 stages. Now, when you have all of these 6, you're gonna feel more hopeful. You're gonna have built some hope. And that then moves you into stage 1. Which is reducing your suffering. Now, to go from social anxiety to social confidence is not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a journey. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to learn. There's a whole bunch of things that you need to apply. And so since it's not going to be gone overnight, you need to have the tools and the resources and the mindset in order to instantly reduce your suffering. So that's what stage 1 is all about. Now, at stage 1, we want to reduce your suffering. Now, where are you at stage 1? If you're at stage 1, you feel a bit more hopeful. You've had changes in your body and you know, wow, I can actually change my emotions. You've seen some video testimonials of other people. You know that people have walked this path before you. You've seen the path laid out for you. You understand the science behind it, and you've changed things inside. So you're feeling more hopeful, but you're suffering massively. Your social anxiety is maybe a little bit decreased, but it's still pretty bad. And even though you have a little bit of hope, you still have a lot of thinking like, well, it's too good to be true, it probably doesn't work for me. You know, I hope so, but yeah, I'm not sure, and you know, that kind of stuff. Now, what do you need to do at that stage? Well, to overcome social anxiety is a journey. It's not gonna happen overnight. And because you're gonna continue to deal with this problem for a period of time, you want to minimize the problem. In other words, you want to minimize your suffering. How do you do that? We do it in 4 steps. Action step number 1, understand the journey and optimally prepare for it. And that means you're going to learn a couple of things about the journey itself. Things to do, things not to do, how to speed things up, what to avoid in order to slow your progress down, what to do when you get stuck, how to build your motivation when it drops. In other words, those kinds of things about the journey. That's step 1. Step 2, you got to understand your psychology, understand your thinking, and understand your emotions. Most people do not really understand how to handle that, what it really is, and how to deal with it. When you understand that, you're going to feel more empowered, you're going to have more control, you're going to have the ability to calm yourself down and not freak yourself out so much, and that's going to significantly reduce your suffering. Then, at action step number 3, learn some simple tapping techniques. And then step number 4, apply these simple tapping techniques. They are super simple. And when you apply them, especially along with these mindsets and psychological understandings and understanding of the journey, that's going to reduce your suffering significantly. That then moves you into stage 2, building momentum. Now here at this stage, you've actually already reduced some of your anxiety, and you definitely don't feel so bad anymore. So you're not beating yourself up so much anymore. You've built some self-compassion. You're more accepting of the anxiety when it comes up. Anxiety starts to leave faster, and you feel a bit more in control, and definitely even more hopeful than before because you've gotten even more results. Now you're at stage 2, build momentum. Here at this stage, you're still suffering. You're still dealing with social anxiety, and it's still pretty bad. And so it really sucks. What you want to do here is you want to get your subconscious on board with the change that you're about to make. Because at this moment, you're having a lot of up and down in your level of motivation. Yeah, I feel like it, I'm going to do it, but oh man, I don't want to do this tapping. I'm going to watch some Netflix. And by the way, I've got a lot of homework to do. I don't have time for it now. 15 minutes, geez, no, I really can't do that. And you come up with excuses and you sabotage yourself. So here, you need to build momentum in order to move on to the next stage. And so what you want to do in order to get to that place is simply a couple of action steps. So action step number 1 is learn how to get lasting results. It helps you understand why you've not been able to get results in the past, and you know what to do instead to get lasting, permanent results. Then action step number 2 is create a state of certainty. I can and will overcome my social anxiety. Because if you believe that you cannot or will not overcome it, you'll have low motivation, you take little action, which leads to mediocre results at best, and that then kind of perpetuates the belief that you cannot overcome it. Whereas when you shift that belief inside, which you can do with tapping, and you get to a place where you're like, I can and will overcome this. Oh my God. Now you have lots of energy to change. Now you're building momentum, and that's what you need in order to, succeed at this journey. By the way, there are different levels of succeeding, and I'll get to that maybe at the end of this video. Then step 3 is to set a realistic goal and align with it. What does that mean, align with it? That means get your subconscious on board with it. Get your subconscious to be a yes to that change. Because even though consciously you want to be at ease, you want to freely express yourself, tell stories if you're a storyteller, make jokes if you're a joker, express what is true for you and be your true self around others. Your subconscious is like, no, that's dangerous for reason X, Y, Z. So here at step 3, you get your subconscious on board with that goal. And then step 4, you destroy any remaining blocks to social confidence. You consciously and subconsciously aligned with the goal that you want. So, right, you know this famous picture? Right, so this is the water. This is an iceberg, right? And this is the 5 or 10% that makes up your conscious mind, beautiful handwriting. I wonder if you can even read it. And this 90 to 95% is your subconscious mind. Now, here you're getting, if you just want things with your conscious mind, look how little power you have. If you want to go that direction, but your subconscious is like, no, we're staying right here. Guess where you're going? You're not going anywhere. So you get here, these 4 steps get you to have alignment. So that here you're a yes, and here you're no longer a no to social confidence, but you're a yes, and you're a yes, and you're a yes. So boom. That then moves you to stage 3, reducing your social anxiety. Now at this stage, you've again already made some progress, because often there's anxiety associated to change, and you've dealt with this anxiety associated to change. At stage 3, you're now feeling already lighter, you're feeling more optimistic, you're feeling more hopeful, you have made shifts inside, you've already reduced the anxiety a bit, you're managing better, you're suffering less, and now you're starting to feel quite a bit more hopeful. And here, in order to move from stage 3 to the next stage, which is stage 4, building confidence, you need to take 4 particular action steps. Step number 1 is to stop beating yourself up. Okay, and there are particular techniques to do that, to stop that, so that you're no longer doing that. Number 2, make the anxiety leave faster. There are specific exercises to do that. Step 3 is to decrease your overall anxiety. There's a particular action step, a tapping guided action step to get to that place. And step 4 is to eliminate your social anxiety triggers. There's a specific formula, a specific strategy in order to do that. By going through these steps, you then move to stage 4, building confidence. I'm going to actually leave out stage 4 and stage 5 because I want to inspire you to actually join the Social Confidence Challenge. Because step 4, build confidence, leading into stage 5, effortless social ease, has a couple of action steps underneath it as well. And I'll detail those more inside the challenge. And I'll go into more detail of these. And the exciting thing about the Social Confidence Challenge is you're actually going to move through these steps. I'm guiding you through these steps. I'm taking you by the hand. I'm leading you to go from wherever you are, even if you're already in stage 3 or stage 4 even, you're going to make progress. And you're going to get further along this journey to social ease. And that is very exciting. And that feels really good. And it's simple. You get an email from me in the morning, you read it. At the end of that email, by the way, it's an entertaining email, not a boring email. I tell stories of my own life. I tell stories of my clients who have made transformations, and you'll recognize your own issues in it, and you'll get insights on how to make progress on your issues. You'll get insights that will help you feel better, that will help you feel more hopeful, that help you feel more confident, help you feel less upset about yourself. And then at the end of that video is a simple tapping video. And that combination day by day is going to move you from stage to stage, and however far you get depends. What I didn't say yet, which I'm also going to cover inside the Social Confidence Challenge, is that there are 21 milestones along this journey. So as you start walking this path, you're going to have accomplishments. They're not really accomplishments. They're like milestones, right? You hit them at some point. For example, you'll notice, I'm not beating myself up so much anymore. That's a milestone. You notice that there's a particular situation in which you used to feel anxious and you're no longer anxious in that moment, in that situation. You're like, where is it? Oh my God, that's a milestone. When anxiety doesn't stick around for that long anymore, that's a milestone. When your overall anxiety decreases, that's a milestone, etc., etc., etc. So there are 21 of those, and I cover those inside the Social Confidence Challenge as well. So this is a bit of a teaser, yeah, I know, and I'm doing that on purpose because come join. This is going to be life transforming. Don't miss out on this, okay? So to join, if you haven't already, go to bit.ly/social confidence challenge. That is bit.ly/social confidence challenge. You can join completely anonymously. Nobody will ever know that you've joined it. Or you can fully participate in the comment section and get that sense of community as we're working together towards the same outcome of social ease. It's going to be very empowering. It's unlike anything you've ever tried anywhere else. There's nothing like this out there. And it's going to rock your world. All right? So come join bit.ly/social confidence challenge. bit.ly/social confidence challenge. Great. See you there. Have a good one. Bye for now.